Hi everyone, it's Sarah Todd. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So apparently I have started quite the conversation about dresses with built-in shorts. Because of my physical disability, dresses with built-in shorts are inaccessible to me. I can't move my left hand at all. I have limited movement in my right hand and I can't lift my arms up very high. So I can't wear dresses with built-in shorts because while I may be able to step into them and then pull them up and get them on, once that dress is on me, I cannot get it off. I cannot get out of it. So if I were to wear a dress with built-in shorts and go out and about throughout the day, I would obviously need to use the restroom and I would not be able to do that independently because I'm unable to pull the dress down and get it all the way down and fully take it off so that I can go to the bathroom and then get redressed. I unfortunately have realized that it's very difficult for me to find athletic dresses without built-in shorts. And I love fashion. I really love to wear athletic dresses, especially because I am often in warm or very hot weather. And those dresses are just so comfy to wear in very hot weather. But nearly every athletic dress I find has built-in shorts. I was at Target the other day with one of my disabled friends. We were looking at the athletic dresses. We did not see a single athletic dress without built-in shorts. Obviously, not every single clothing item can be accessible to me, and not every single clothing item will be a style that I like. Like, not every piece of clothing is made for every single person, and that is not even possible to do, and that is not something that I think should happen. But I really wish that we just had more options for things. Like, athletic dresses with built-in shorts can exist, but I wish that maybe they would also have a style without the shorts built in, or better yet, maybe sell it as a set, make the dress without the built-in shorts and just have the shorts come with it that match the dress so that it looks good together. Or the shorts could be detachable. Like, there's a lot of different options. Obviously, everyone's gonna have their own opinion on what's best, but I posted a video recently about this topic, and surprisingly to me, it generated a lot of negative comments and it became a pretty hot topic. So let's watch this video, and then I want to get into discussing the responses that I got because it made me realize this is actually a very important discussion to have. Can designers please stop putting shorts in dresses like this? Pretty please. Can't move this hand at all. I have limited movement in this hand and I can't lift my arms up higher than this. So when dresses have shorts sewn into them, they are immediately inaccessible to me. Because of these little shorts, if I wanted to wear this dress, I would have to step into it, pull it all the way up, and then every time I need to go to the bathroom throughout the day, get completely undressed and redressed again. This dress that I'm wearing right now is the same style as that other dress, and it has shorts under it, but I took it to the woman who does my alterations and she took the shorts out. So now I could just pull it on over my head, and then throughout the day, I can just lift the skirt up to go to the bathroom without having to take it off. But the woman who does my alterations retired, which is so sad. She said she would still do some projects for me, but this is such a small project, and my mom knows like basic sewing, so I'm gonna have her cut these out and make it look nice for me. These are workout dresses, so I know a lot of people like to have shorts under a workout dress because of that, but what I think would be really great is if they were detachable or if they just came as a set with the shorts. So that way you can still have shorts that match the dress exactly, but you're not like trapped in it once you put it on. I try not to buy clothing that I know is gonna be inaccessible to me, but that's not always possible, and taking shorts out of a dress is a pretty easy task. Plus, this was so cutie and only like $25, so I could not pass her up. Hopefully y'all will be seeing me wear this cutie dress soon once the shorts are cut out of it. So that's the video I posted, basically just showing this really cute dress that I'd found that I love and really wanted to be able to wear, but it had built-in shorts. So I was talking about why that's inaccessible to me, and that my solution to that, if I really want the dress, is to have somebody cut the shorts out for me. And that used to be this amazing woman who did alterations for me. She retired, but I did have my mom cut the shorts out of it. So you probably have seen me wear that dress in a few videos now because I'm obsessed with it. I've worn it a ton already, so it was a great purchase for me. Like I said in the video, I do try to avoid buying clothing that I know is going to be inaccessible to me because I find myself not wearing it as much if there's no way to make it accessible to me. And I also just don't want to spend extra money having it altered if I'm not like obsessed with the piece. Thankfully, this alteration was free because my mom did it for me. But anyway, lots of comments on this video. Let's read some of them and we'll respond. So this comment says, "That's how I wear dresses with shorts. What's the big deal? If you don't like that type of outfit, don't buy them. Some of us do like them. So this person was, I don't know, offended by my video, I guess. So they like the dress with the shorts built in. And I think they didn't understand why me wearing the dress with shorts built in doesn't work for me. Like, yes, everybody has to take that type of dress all the way off to be able to go to the bathroom. But the point is that for most non-disabled people, they're able to do that independently. But for me, because of my disability, I can't do that task independently. So a dress with built-in shorts would not be something that I should wear. And if this person really likes dresses with built-in shorts, I know from personal experience, there are so many of them out there, so they can go buy that dress if that's what they like. And a lot of people might say that I should just go buy dresses without built-in shorts, which is true. Some of those do exist, but I wouldn't have made this video if I found that type of dress easy to find. Regular dresses are pretty easy to find without built-in shorts. It's the athletic dresses that are not easy to find without the built-in shorts. Hence the reason I made this video. This person says, sorry for your disability, but dresses with shorts are amazing and a necessity in beach areas due to winds. This person can go buy a dress with built-in shorts because clearly she likes that style. I know that there are many of them out there, so she can go buy a dress with built-in shorts if that's what she wants. This person got really angry. Well, fun fact, there are plenty of types of different clothing designs available. Shocked emoji. You bought it knowing this. Rolling eyes emoji. Alternatively, learn to sew and alter it yourself. Telling somebody like me with barely any hand movement to learn to sew and alter it myself is wild work. I did try to learn to sew a little bit while my grandma was still around because she loves to sew, but we never really made it happen because she wasn't feeling well and then she sadly passed away, so I never really got around to trying to learn. I think I might be able to do like super basic sewing. I don't know. I think it would be very difficult for me, but yeah, wild thing to suggest to someone with like no hand movement to learn to do. So they're saying there are plenty of different types of clothing designs available. Honestly, that's just not true. Like I keep saying, if it were easy for me to find athletic dresses without shorts sewn in that I like and that fit me, I wouldn't have made this video. So often I'm looking at tons of different websites, tons of different stores. It's very hard for me to find what works for me. So that means there are not enough options available. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made the video about the dress. And yes, I did buy the dress knowing that it was inaccessible to me because I loved it and I had a solution to fix the dress. But having to constantly alter clothing is expensive, time consuming, not always feasible, and it shouldn't have to be the solution when the solution should be having more and more options to make sure that as many people as possible have what works for them. This person says anyone, disability or not, has to put on dresses with built-in shorts by stepping into them and pulling them up and pull them all the way down to go to the toilet. So they're just not understanding that, like, yes, that's the case, but most non-disabled people are able to do that. I am not able to do that because of my disability. I think I didn't really explain that very well in the original video. I think I just said like what my disability is and that I would have to pull this all the way down to go to the bathroom, but I didn't say that like I literally can't do that. So I probably should have explained that better, but I think, yeah, just a lot of people were missing that point. This person's saying, just don't buy them then. I mean, yeah, fair. I did not have to buy the dress with the built-in shorts, but I think this kind of comes back to something I've talked about a lot on my channel and various videos is disabled people are allowed to have preferences, and telling somebody just to not do something is not a solution. It is not a sign of creative, innovative thinking. People will tell me to just not do something a lot of the time if I say something's difficult for me. And I don't think disabled people should have to just settle for less just because something is inaccessible to us or people didn't bother to make something in various different options. This person says, I appreciate that, but I like shorts. Skirts don't fly up. Not everyone wants a two-piece, and detachable ones means added bulk from zippers, buttons, etc. So this person is yet another person who wants the shorts built into the dress. She is able to go buy those dresses since there are plenty of them that exist. Not everybody wants a two-piece, and detachable ones means added bulk. Okay, but not everybody wants the shorts built in either. So this is where the logic really doesn't hold. A lot of people will point out when I talk about like adaptive clothing, like that magnets are accessible to me, but buttons and zippers aren't accessible to me. And they'll be like, well, magnets aren't accessible to everybody either because they might have a pacemaker, etc. And that is true, but that does not mean that magnets should not exist as an option on clothing, because buttons and zippers are inaccessible to me and so many other people, yet that option still exists. So just because something is inaccessible to somebody doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. I think this comment is a product of the first line that I said in the video, the opening line where I said, can designers please stop making dresses with built-in shorts, pretty please. I said that in jest. It was sarcastic, it was a joke, and it was kind of just my way of showing like, this is so frustrating. I did not mean that in a serious way. And to me, that was obvious, but I could see how that is not obvious to everybody. It's not always easy to tell when somebody is joking. So I think that comments like this, a lot of the other comments are because of that opening line, but I would never advocate for halting the production or design of a certain type of garment just because it's not accessible to me. Because like I just said, there's no reason to stop making something or to not add an option for a different type of clothing just because it might not work for everybody. That logic just does not make sense. This person says, use scissors and cut the shorts off. Easy. Well, I mentioned in the video that I was gonna have the shorts cut out, but also suggesting somebody with limited hand movement do that themselves is kind of absurd. And what I find very interesting is that non-disabled people are very comfortable telling disabled people to alter garments or to not buy certain garments because they don't work for us. But if I were to tell a non-disabled person to wear separate shorts under a dress, which is an option for dresses that don't have built-in shorts, they get very upset. And I know that because I had that happen in the comment section when I would tell non-disabled people that they could just add shorts under the dress. They were like, well, why should we have to do that when that's an added cost because we're buying a separate piece? I'm like, okay, but altering clothing is an added cost for disabled people. So I think a lot of non-disabled people just aren't used to things costing them more money because that is the reality for so many disabled people. We have to spend extra money on different products, different services just to live our lives, and non-disabled people don't typically have to do that. So that's why they get frustrated. I suggest that they can just add separate shorts under a dress that doesn't have built-in shorts. This person says, why don't you just buy a dress and a separate pair of shorts and leave the skirt for those who like/need them? Why does something have to be taken away from others for you to be satisfied? Not every garment manufactured is for you. Clearly they were upset by the opening line, which I've already said was said in jest, and I explained that in a follow-up post and people were still upset. I think people were very much overestimating the power I have, because even if that opening line was not said in jest, I do not have the power to halt the production of every single dress with built-in shorts. Like, designers are not just gonna all of a sudden stop designing and then producing dresses with built-in shorts just because I made a joke about that. That would never happen. So I think this is very much a case of my joke not landing, for one thing. So lesson learned there. But also people seeing accessibility as a threat. Having more options is not a threat. It only benefits everybody. Why do manufacturers have to stop making something because it doesn't work for you? Why don't you ask for manufacturers to also make designs that are more accessible? Again, the beginning opening line, the joke didn't land. Later in the video, I talked about different options that could be made, like having detachable shorts or having separate shorts that are sold with the dress. So I did advocate for more options. The opening line joke just did not land. I think I've learned that that's not how I want to open videos anymore. I truly didn't even think that much about it. I mean, it was more just like very frustrated seeing athletic dresses always have built-in shorts. Like, can I please stop having that experience? Like, why is this so common? This person says, or you could buy dresses that don't have them. I like the shorts and the dresses. It's a comfort thing for me, meaning my anxiety isn't crazy when I'm in public. Not everything needs to cater to every person's needs/wants, especially when there are plenty of dresses out there without shorts. Again, there are not plenty of dresses out there without shorts. It is very hard to find them. And just because this person likes the dresses with shorts doesn't mean that other options cannot exist. Again, they're seeing this as a threat. Their dresses are okay. They're not going to be taken away. This person says no, because not everything is for you. Find one that doesn't have shorts under it, or like you did, take it to get them fixed for your needs. As they acknowledge, I did take the dress to get fixed for my access needs, so I did do that. But why is it that we're okay saying to disabled people that not everything is for us, but it's okay to basically design almost everything for non-disabled people? Not everything is for non-disabled people either, but the world is certainly designed in a way that it caters to non-disabled people. There are non-disabled people and disabled people in the world, but most things are designed without disabled people in mind, and people feel very comfortable telling disabled people to make changes, to spend more money on things, to stop doing something. And people like never say that to non-disabled people. And when we do ask non-disabled people to be empathetic, to advocate for accessibility, to maybe make some changes that are a little bit selfless and actually help disabled people, they get upset. So yeah, I feel like that's a good summary of a lot of the comments that were left on that video. The main points that I learned from this whole dress discussion that blew up way more than I thought it would, are that it's very hypocritical that people feel comfortable telling disabled people to make a change, but the second non-disabled people are asked to make a change, they get upset. Not just non-disabled people in the world, almost everything is designed with only them in mind, not disabled people in mind. And designing with only non-disabled people in mind holds us back from creativity, ingenuity, and innovation, all of which many disabled people are so good at because we're forced to be creative like every day just to find ways to live our lives because we encounter so many access barriers. And people see accessibility as a threat a lot of the time when actually it helps everybody. Another good example of this is I remember talking about how earrings that have backs are completely inaccessible to me because I can't put them on and take them off. So I was talking about how I really like earrings that have like a click close mechanism because I can do it with one hand and just click it closed and then open it again. And somebody was like, well, the earrings with the backs are more accessible to me, so you just need to find what works for you. And I was like, okay, yes, I do find what works for me. I find the clicking earrings and I find earrings that are just like the hooks, usually dangling earrings, because then there's no back, so I can just put them on, take them off. That doesn't mean that earrings with backs are gonna be taken away. It doesn't mean that me wanting more earrings with hooks or earrings with clickers is going to automatically mean that earrings with the backs are just gonna disappear. Not everything is going to work for everyone, whether that's clothing, earrings, or cars, or shoes, or whatever it may be, and that's a fact, and I'm very comfortable with that fact. I know that dresses with built-in shorts aren't gonna work for me, and they may work for tons of other people, but that doesn't mean that I can't be frustrated when that's literally all I see when I'm trying to find an athletic dress, that I want there to be more options, and I'm tired of it being just this one option. I think the clothing industry really could do a lot more with creativity, ingenuity, and innovation. And so I want to talk about it. I think it's okay to talk about what's inaccessible and accessible to us and what we think would be a good solution to fix that problem. But yeah, all in all, the opening line of that video was said in jest, definitely didn't land. And I think that's probably not how I'm going to introduce topics anymore because I realized like that just did not work well. Plenty of people got my point and left very nice supportive comments, and many people said like, wow, I hadn't thought about how inaccessible dresses with built-in shorts might be to people. So it definitely did work and taught plenty of people more about the inaccessibility of those dresses, but I think there might be better ways for me to get my message across in future videos. So a learning moment for me, but thought this was interesting to see all those responses, and it evoked a lot of thoughts within me pertaining to ableism and inaccessibility and how our world is really built for non-disabled people with non-disabled people in mind, even though there are so many disabled people in this world. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I've really been enjoying sitting down and filming long form videos for y'all recently, and I know many of you have said you enjoy them, so I appreciate your support, and I hope to see you all at the next video. Bye everyone.